Hi, my name is Suhani.
Hi, I'm Callie.
Hi, I'm Kiya.
Today we're going to be presenting our mental health campaign for the Emotional Wellbeing Challenge. So, we decided to discuss breaking the stigma and normalizing mental health. Why exactly did we pick this topic though? I think that this is a really important matter for all of us. For me, I've dealt with mental health all throughout high school. So, in my freshman year of high school, I was heavily cyberbullied by a lot of kids at my school, which resulted in me not knowing how to take care of my mental health. I was then put in a 5150 hold because I was considered a danger to myself, and this was a really, really tough experience for me. However, I eventually started going to therapy and received the support that I needed to feel better. And eventually, I learned how to take care of my mental health, and now I want to be there for others to break that stigma and allow conversation to be started to actually help other kids better themselves and understand their mental health.
For me, so I began working with kids going into my freshman year. I started out volunteering at the First Tee Tri Valley, which is a nonprofit designed to teach young kids about golf. The mission statement for the First Tee is we enable kids to build a strength of character that empowers them through the lifetime of new challenges. I grew up going to the First Tee, and throughout the entire time I was in the program, the biggest focus we had is trying to figure out how the choices we make impact us and impact the way we feel. And I never really understood this importance when I was younger, but now as a coach, my perspective has completely changed. So I work with kids 3 times a week as a coach, and I have opened my eyes to the way a mental health can affect a person. I've seen how a bad day alone can affect the kids beyond the incident. As a coach, the importance and difference it makes in the kids' day by just asking how they are, because we are constantly overlooking the mental health and emotional capacity of kids, often labeling them as dramatic and oversensitive. The truth is that they are feeling real emotions even if they do feel insignificant to us. So, mental health and just advocating for young kids I work with has just become such a big part of my life, and I want to create a safe space for children to rely on and somewhere they feel comfortable. I was even awarded the chance to attend a national opportunity this summer in Atlanta, Georgia, where I got to learn more about leadership and how I can impact my community through that.
For me, several years ago, I enrolled in a course titled Peer Education and Counseling, where I had the opportunity to assist my peers and observe firsthand how the profound impact of mental health can affect students. I witnessed how issues such as bullying affected individuals and how they navigated these challenges. This exposure sparked a deep curiosity within me about the ways in which mental health influences young and how they cope with these struggles. As the course progressed, I gained a greater understanding of the connection between mental health and its underlying scientific principles. The newfound knowledge led me to explore the science behind mental health more extensively, eventually picking my interest in the field of neurology. Later on, I sought out opportunities to further cultivate this interest, and so I am currently pursuing the biomedical program and actively participating in HOSA, but additionally, I serve on the board of Youth for Neuro, a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to exposing students to diverse career pathways in the medical field, with a particular focus in neurology. When the opportunity to join the board arose, I eagerly accepted, recognizing the unique opportunity to engage with a field that aligns with my passion. Through this experience, I'm not only expanding my knowledge of the neurological basis of mental health, but I'm also contributing to the development of the next generation of students. My role has evolved from offering peer support to actively educating and guiding young people, thus allowing me to make a more meaningful impact in their lives.
So, now that we've talked about why this topic is so close to home, we wanted to talk about how exactly does this help us in the future as mental health professionals, as health professionals. Personally, I feel that I've always wanted to go into something related to neurology and specifically now clinical psychology. I would love to work hands-on in helping these adolescents understand themselves and work with treatment. As a result, I've created the NeuroHealth Alliance, which we'll get into in a sec. It's a certified 501c3 nonprofit, as well as been awarded the Youth Citizen of the Year by Dublin for our efforts in mental health. But personally, I think that this project, being able to get hands-on experience with talking to our community, presenting to them, sending out videos around the community, has given us the experience and skill that we need to progress and specifically for me, go into clinical psychology and see those type of treatments that are needed hands-on with these kids, working with them, as I said, one-on-one through this mental health campaign.
For me, it enhanced my communication and empathy skills, as in the future I want to work as a pediatrician. So, having the opportunity to see firsthand how mental health affects kids has made me hyper aware of showing empathy to the emotions that kids feel. I think this in the future really helped me understand, because kids, the scariest thing they have is stuff they don't understand, and they can't really, they can't really understand what's going on, especially in when they're sick or when something's going on. So I think by working in this project, I am able to better grasp the communication and empathy skills I will need in the future when I'm working with kids as a doctor.
For me, it helped develop teamwork and leadership skills for future clinical settings. As I said before, learning about mental health inclined me towards neurology, and so it contributes to me wanting to become a neurologist in the future. And so with these leadership skills I've developed, I hope to, in the future, use that and create my own practice for neurology.
So, why is this important to Dublin?
Dublin is home to a highly competitive community, which can have significant implications on students' mental well-being. Particularly during teenage years, the intense pressure placed on them often leads to elevated levels of academic stress and anxiety. And so in light of this, we believe that it is crucial for students within our community to be fully aware of the profound impact that this environment can have on their mental health.
Furthermore, many students in Dublin remain unaware of the various local crisis therapy resources available to them. By providing access to these essential resources on our website, we aim to offer students greater visibility of the support systems they need.
So, as a result, it's really, really important that kids are aware of what's out there for them, that we're able to reach them, especially in this academic competitive environment where we see cyberbullying and other types of bullying, but it's just so normalized, especially with what happened to me. We feel that it's really important that this is a matter that's talked about and the stigma around it is finally broken, which we try to do with this project.
Next, let's talk about our facts behind our campaign.
Here we have some data that we gathered via a survey that was dispersed to the whole community of Dublin. We asked things like, do you know what mental health is? 85.98% said yes, which is 2,968 people, but still 14.02% said no, which is a total of 484 people.
And then also 64% of 3,452 people said no to not having self-care knowledge and not feeling comfortable speaking up in general, which shows how much people don't really know about this topic.
So we reached out to the Dublin community and specifically sent this survey to the Dublin adolescents, so you would think normally students that are within our Dublin Unified School District and the private schools. We were able to reach a group of about 3,500 students, and in addition to that, we tried to provide them with resources. So after we sent out that survey, that pre-survey, we sent out a brochure. As you can see here on our slide, we have a bunch of mental health resources listed, local with maps, and then a QR code for people that they can call, emails that they can go to, hotlines, all of that stuff to be able to reach out to anyone, even if it's not an adult that they are in direct access to or in communication with. We also had another part to our brochure where we presented some of the statistics from our evaluation tool, as well as just talked about what mental health is to be able to open up that conversation and tell them that we're here for them. We as students have gone through the same stuff as them and that we know how it feels. So once again, that one-on-one connection. We provided self-care tips and then once again, another QR code to even more online resources.
We have also taken several key actions to promote mental health awareness and support those in need. One of our initiatives include creating awareness videos that feature brief informative clips on common mental health conditions. These videos have been shared district-wide to help visually educate individuals about the challenge others might be facing and providing guidance on how they can seek assistance.
In addition, we've implemented anti-cyberbullying training, which will be conducted on a monthly basis, and the training will be tailored to age appropriate for students across different grade levels within our district. And our main goal with that is to enhance awareness and promote safe online behavior among students throughout our school district.
So adding on to that a little bit, that training is sort of mimicking the harassment training that you would see in the workplace, almost like a mandated interactive video-based training with questions and answers to ensure that kids know exactly what's going on, making sure that they're not being a bully without knowing, making sure that they're not being a bystander, and then once again, how to deal with that, how to take care of your own mental health. So we also made an anonymous forum. So on neurohealthalliance.org, the mental health organization that we've been working under and with, we created a forum in which people can submit their stories, talk about themselves and what they've gone through to create a safe space for other people to connect, but also just kind of rant and talk about themselves, which has been shown to alleviate stress and improve mental health. We're also currently working with the Dublin Mayor's Council to create a mental health summit in which several clubs and organizations will be present talking about their experiences and where parents can ask questions as well.
Okay, so the way that we took our data was through a pre and post survey through a HIPAA compliant jot form. And because this is about mental health, we wanted this form to be anonymous. So the way that we tracked the participants were through anonymized ID codes. And this was just to see like how much people really understand mental health and to see how our organization can impact them before and after.
So our data after, we got that now 93.86% said yes to knowing what mental health is, and although there was still 6.14% that said no, which is a dramatic improvement, they also had 71% said yes to knowing both about self-care and being comfortable about speaking up. That is a total of 3,452 people.
So we think this growth, seeing that 64% of people earlier didn't know how to take care of their mental health or speak up about it, now going to 71% of people saying yes out of that group of 3,452 is a large improvement thanks to our mental health campaign throughout the Dublin adolescents. We really think that this project means a lot to us and are excited to compete in the Emotional Wellbeing Challenge. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation today.
Thank you.
Thank you.